Hi everybody, I'm Zilla Blitz and welcome to another episode of Euro Truck Simulator 2. I've missed 3 days of creating episodes, so I'm excited to get back. And today we are in France and we're going to go hunting for tiger tanks. So let's get started. We have a job that I've just picked up. It's going to be picking up, we're going to take a yacht from the southern part of France, down where we are in Marseille, all the way up to Le Mans. And then we're going to go from there to go take a look at a German tiger tank in the game, which is pretty cool. And we'll talk more about it on the way here, but let's get this started. So first of all, we have, looks like an 18-minute drive to go pick up our trailer. Let's do that, and then we'll touch base once we get there. Ah, speeding ticket already? Not a good start. We didn't even get to the trailer yet. We got 2 minutes into the drive. We paid 400 euros. Go! Red light violation. I forgot how picky the yellow lights are in Euro Truck Simulator 2. Okay, so we're 5 minutes into our trip and we're 800 euros in the red already. So the omens are good on this one. Alrighty, here is our yacht. Nice thing about these yachts is they pay handsomely. This will be about another 50,000 euros, I think. So kind of building our empire rather quickly now because our other drivers are just raking in the cash too. So we'll get this hooked up. And now let's see what time it is. It's just about dawn, I think. We got it here. Yep, it is, what time is it? 4:30 in the morning. So I think the skies are just starting to get light. And here is our yacht on the back. And let's get this going here. And this is actually kind of where we're going at the end of this to see this tiger tank. Is part of one of the achievements in the game, and called the Landmark Tour. So we'll talk a little bit about that as we get going, but let's head out of Marseille here. Looks like we have about 11.5-hour journey, and we have just got gas, which is good. Gas is good. Don't want to make Digi Rules the World nervous, as he freaks out if we get low on gas. And we have plenty of sleep because we just got off the ferry to Marseille in our last episode, coming from Corsica. So we've got gas and energy and a nice big yacht on the back and a place to go and an achievement to get. And along the way, I'm going to tell a little bit I looked up a little bit of the information on this tiger tank and why it's where it is and how it got there and stuff like that. So we'll talk a little bit about that. Try to leave all the signs up. So we'll let's connect as we get out on the highway here. So we're about a little bit over an hour into our journey now. It took a while to get out of Marseille. No fines and no other speeding tickets and stuff like that while we were there. Making good time now as we're finally got on the highway. Whoa, makes me nervous. But apparently it wasn't cutting into our lane. So yeah, we got a beautiful day. The sun's coming up just to our right, which is the, what? No, we're heading north. Why is the sun coming up? Oh yeah, east. Yeah, so I'm excited. This should be a nice 10-hour drive or so. And we'll talk a little bit about the tiger tank as we get further along, but I haven't had a chance to make episodes. I've been trying to do, so the goal was 99 days, 99 episodes, and I was doing pretty well up to about day 16 or 17. And then, in episodes meaning like either American Truck Simulator, Euro Truck Simulator, one of the wargaming things that I'm doing, or Football Manager one. And I was doing really well up to like day 16 or 17, and then in the United States, you have to pay taxes, usually in April, but you can file for an automatic 6-month extension, which sometimes I might do, right? Because, yeah, just because. It doesn't necessarily cost you anything. And so that means you're due on October 15th. And my wife has come to kind of side business on her own, and I do some work on my own in side business. We have kids in college, which involves some things to figure out with expenses for them, and then there's just a lot of stuff going on, so it just takes a while to kind of put all that information together. And U.S. taxes are pretty complicated if you're not familiar how they work in the United States. And so, you know, it's just a lot of moving numbers around and getting information and getting answers to things and stuff like that. And you know, our lives aren't necessarily super complicated, but they're complicated enough that it probably takes, I don't know, like 10 hours or so to do them for us. And then you're doing it in the evenings and things like that. So I haven't been able to make a video for the past 3 nights. And then finally, it's October 15th tomorrow. I finished them tonight. I just went and I mailed them off. I e-filed some of them and I mailed the other ones off for the state and stuff. And got some ice cream and celebrated. And now we're back to making YouTube videos. So I'm excited about that. And nothing like just going for a nice relaxing drive with a boat on your back of your truck and going looking for a Tiger tank in France. I mean, how cool is that, you know? So it feels good to be back kind of making videos and driving around. And in other new news, I mean, not necessarily Euro Truck Simulator 2 news, but channel-related news, YouTube changed the requirements for having community posts, and that's where you can post things like polls, and you can post like messages, or I'm not quite sure how it works yet. Maybe if someone knows, they can share more details in the comments, because I just got the notification like 2 hours ago. I think you can do community polls, and they show up kind of in your feed and something like that, which is kind of cool. So they changed the requirement for those from what used to be 1,000 subscribers to 500 subscribers. And we're at 8 something now, so it just it activated. So now we can do kind of poll, which would be helpful, because sometimes, like, it would have been nice, for example, to have it activated 3 days ago, and then I could post saying, sorry, I'm going to be busy for 3 days, won't be able to have any videos, so I hope to have the next video up on like Friday. You know, that'd be cool to do. Or post a poll for like what kind of things people would like to see and stuff like that, because I mean, that'd just be kind of handy to do. So I'm excited to kind of play around with it and use it and things like that. But yeah, so there's kind of a life update, and we're going to kind of keep chugging along and making progress here as we head north in France. I'm excited to see the Tiger tank, and when we'll kind of go a little bit, and then let's talk a little bit about it, because I was looking up some of the history of it. It's actually kind of interesting how there ended up being a Tiger tank off the side of a road in the middle of Normandy. I mean, of course, you can make the connection to World War II and stuff like that, but how this particular tank got there is kind of an interesting story. So we'll chat about that when we come back next time. So we're over halfway now. We got about 5 hours left. It's been a lot of straight wheeling, which is nice. And the other thing I like is that, I mean, this is, you know, level 28. We've got a pretty good truck here. It's got some pretty good acceleration. So it makes a huge difference when you can just go from 0 to 90 kilometers an hour in just a few seconds, as opposed to kind of where we are with American Truck Simulator. With the Mack truck that we have there still kind of struggles with acceleration, especially with some kind of a heavy load. So it's really nice to feel like we can just pull this load easily. I mean, it makes a big difference in how long it takes to do a drive, that's for sure. But we got a little bit under 5 hours left on our journey, and let's talk about the Tiger tank. First of all, there's some pictures of it, and it's kind of a cool story. So, of course, it goes back to World War II, and when the Allies had invaded Normandy in 1944. And apparently, this tank was one of a number of German tanks that were abandoned as the Germans were trying to avoid being cut off from the air. So they were fleeing from the area. The tanks had run out of fuel, or were running out of fuel, so they abandoned about 60 of them. And they cut, I guess the German crew that was in this one put some charges on it and like blew a couple of things up so it wouldn't work very well. And they just left it there. And then some Canadians come into the story. The 2nd Canadian Division comes through, the Black Watch, I think is what it was called. And whoa, side thing, but Bronislaw just made 37,000 euros. Wow. It's more than Jenna in the U.S. has made in her whole career. But anyway, not to get distracted. So yeah, the Black Watch comes by, and they of course push it off the road down into a ditch, because it's a road. It's in the middle of the road. It's blocking the road and everything like that. Then after the war, apparently it got sold. These tanks that were just lying around got sold to scrap dealers, and a lot of the parts and pieces had been kind of cannibalized off of it. And the scrap dealer that bought this one died, and so it was passed on to his sister, and his sister sold it, or was going to sell it, to another scrap dealer. And then this town, the Vimoutiers, came in and said, no, we want to buy it. This is like 1975. We want to buy it and kind of just keep it as like a historical monument. And so they did. They paid 6,000 francs for it or something like that. And this was, and the reason why that one had been left behind, because it had been pushed off into the ditch. It's not an easy job getting a Tiger tank out of a ditch. So it just sat there and stuff. And so they pulled it up, and then they just kind of put it by the side of the road as kind of a historic monument. And in the game, it's one of 6 places you have to visit to get the landmark tour. And I think we've got 2 of them already. A couple of them are bridges, so I think we might have just passed over them. Another one is Carcassonne, down in the southern part of France, which would have been a lot easier to see than the Tiger tank. But I really wanted to see the Tiger tank today. And if we look at, here's some pictures of the Tiger tank. I can show them up there. And apparently this isn't the same paint job. And like they put some metal covers on the hatches and stuff like that. And there's someone that's trying to actually kind of renovate it. But I guess the expense is pretty cost prohibitive. So this isn't the original paint scheme and stuff like that. It's in kind of disrepair, as you can see with a few places here. But it's just been, I mean, it's been sitting by the road since 1944. So how good a shape can it be in? And there's actually a picture of it in the war. I can show that. It's on Wikipedia. I found this picture of it. So this is the tank. It's the same exact tank. It's a Tiger 1 tank. And There's only 7 of them left known in the world. There's like one in USA, one in Germany. There's a working one in the United Kingdom. Kind of like that'd be kind of cool to see a working Panzer tank. I mean, that's pretty cool. But I wondered, weren't there ones that they used in the movie Kelly's Heroes? I thought they had 2 working ones there, but maybe they've broken down since then, or maybe they were tanks dressed up to look like Tiger tanks. I don't remember. I thought they were real Tiger tanks. Maybe they... I don't know. I'm not up in my movie history and things like that. But apparently, yeah, there's 7 of them left. I think that's amazing that, you know, after World War II, there's only 7 of these things left in existence. So, we'll go there, though, and see it. And that'll give us the 3rd, I think, out of 6 elements that we need for the landmark tour. And I'm kind of excited to see it. It's just apparently just by the side of the road. And it's between Le Havre and Le Mans. So we'll go drop the boat off in Le Havre, and then we'll just drive up the road a little bit, and we'll check it out there. So we'll making good time here. We'll just keep motoring along, and let's check in right as we get close to our delivery here. So we got a little bit under 20 minutes left. We've reached the outskirts of Le Mans. Now, we've already been here before, so this isn't a new city for us. I think this is one of the earlier French cities that we came to. We've spent some time exploring France when we first started this series a long time ago. I think this is episode 70, by the way. That's a lot of episodes. But we almost got a penalty for sleeping. There were so many places to sleep, and I just wasn't paying attention to it. I thought, oh, we'll just find a place to sleep if we need one. And sure enough, got the warning to go to sleep, and it was only 2 hours, and then there was no place to sleep. But we did make it, and we didn't get a penalty. We just made it by about 10 minutes where we found a place to sleep. So that was all taken care of. Looks like we have a busy drive here in Le Mans. Lots of traffic in this road. Look at all these cars and trucks. Oh my, and this guy's not being very bold here. Come on, go, 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 go. There is that certain thing in the game where it just seems to spawn a lot of traffic. And I think we're in one of those now, huh? Come on, truck. He's got no gumption. Well, we'll wait our way through this and then get as we pull into the delivery here. All right, 1 minute away from our delivery here. Let's see if we can park this. It's so much faster going through European cities with all the rotaries instead of the lights. Just zip, 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 zip. We had a little tricky part getting through that rotary with all the traffic. That just was a little bit out of hand there with all those cars. But we got it done. All right. Hopefully we get a 90 parking here, huh? Yes. All right. Ooh, that's tight. That's tight over there. Nice. Little challenge here. Oh, I think we have to go we have to do a loop and then back it up, but it's not a blind back. It's going to be off our mirror side. So that might not be too bad. And these are so nimble. We can just do a little bit of a U-turn this way, pull it up towards the edge here, straighten her out, and then let's do this, huh? Zoom, zoom. I think we want to get it pretty close to this trailer and then just tuck it in, right? Whoa, 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 whoa. Ah, no, 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 no. No, calm down. Kind of screwing this up, aren't I? Now we gotta cut it tight. Really tight. You can do this in the European trucks. And all right, so now this way still. We gotta cut it around the other way. Not quite where we want the trailer here, but I think yeah. Yeah. Well, okay, they gave it to us. Oh, did they not give it? They took it away. What the heck? You have to go forward a little bit? There we go. Oh, I'm just in it because it keeps taking it away. There we go. Okay. Pretty as a picture. Nice parking. decouple and get this unloaded there. It didn't take us long. That was pretty quick parking, I think, all things considered. But how much did we make? 40 something? 49,000. Ooh, not a pretty decent chunk all the way up to get to level 29 too. And that gives us 123,000 because when we did the double sleep, we picked up 30,000 more too. So almost in that one drive, we got enough money again for another truck. So next up though, let's get off to our spot. Now on the map, I think that, yeah, so the tank is somewhere along this road here, and I'll make a little map of it to mark the exact spot once we get there. So we just have to go, let's just put a pin there, and that should get us there. Hour and 39 minutes away, nice quick job. Let's go. I might see if we can pick something up to Le Havre on the way here, but that'll be side thing. So let's get started on this, and let's go find our Tiger tank. So there's a little job to take some canned iced coffee up to Le Havre, and we haven't been there, so let's just kind of do that. It's 4 hours, a little bit longer than I wanted to go, but let's take that, and just for the heck of it here. All right, so we'll go off and pick this up, and then see you when we get there. There we go, nice load of iced coffee. Let's take it out of here. Let's go to the left and get out. So we'll get started on this. Now I want to make sure, oops, one thing before we do is I want to make sure that I mark the detour because we don't want to go short way. We want to go this way and then up there. So yeah, hour and 46 minutes, but it'll be sooner before we get there. So, all right, so we'll get this going and then we'll check in as we're getting closer to our Tiger tank. Got to see if we can get a picture with the Tiger tank for sure. This way we get to make some money while we're seeing a Tiger tank. Getting paid to sightsee. That's the life. That's kind of cool. We're behind a truck delivering a helicopter. I'm not sure I've seen that before. I mean, I think we've spent a lot of time in this game, and I don't think I've seen a helicopter on a trailer before. Can you deliver those in the game? That's it's pretty cool. Kind of want to do that. Anyway, little side point. Alrighty, so we're on the side road, and somewhere on this road is the Tiger tank. Maybe you can see it before I do. We've also we're up to 153,000. Someone just pulled in not Bronislaw, but somebody else just pulled in about 30,000 euros. The game's gonna get crazy once you get like 30 trucks. You've just got, I mean, like you just must drive for a little bit and make 200,000 or 300,000. You could probably buy. At a certain point, it's just exponentially faster, right? You're just going to keep generating money and income. And it's got to get crazy here. So where is this thing? I don't want to miss it. I don't want to just see, like, you passed the Tiger tank and then we just missed it. We definitely got to get a picture with the Tiger tank. That's got to be there. Now, supposedly it's just by the side of the road somewhere? Is it in a rest area then? This could take a while, so I'm going to skip ahead till we get closer, I think. It's down here. There it is! I see it! The Tiger tank! Very cool! Nice! So we get off. I wish I could get out of the truck at point like times like this, right? Go over here. I want to go be with those people and just like go climb on it and... Alright, so let's see if we can get a picture of it here. So here it is in the game. It's pretty cool. You can kind of go all around it here with the camera and stuff like that. I mean, that's pretty awesome. It's a pretty neat model of a Tiger tank. And they've got the actual colors that it looks like in the real world too. That's pretty cool. So let's get at least some kind of a picture here, huh? But what I'd like to do, I'd like to see if we can pull the truck around here, come back over there, come back, and then pull right up on the grass here and take a picture beside it. So let's do that. But let me get just a better picture of it in case we can. Drive over there. Yep, off the road here. We're going to pull up right by our buddy, the Tiger tank, and get a photo. Cool. Okay, I kind of want to get a better photo. What I want to do is I want to tuck the end of the truck behind the tank. So we get the back end of the truck visible too. That I want to get it closer to the tank. Gotta get the perfect picture. Ah, yeah. That's the photo, right? Right there. We're buddies. That's the screenshot, huh? Let's get one from the side here a little bit too. Yeah, I kind of like this one too. That's a cool one. So anyway, yeah, enough of the pictures. There's our Tiger tank. We found it. Let's get on the way here. Highly recommended. This is a good little visit. You can park right up to it and everything. So pull right up to it. So very, very cool. Let's get back on the road and get this iced coffee delivered before it all gets warmed up here. And zoom, zoom. Not too much further. It looks like 2 hours and 45 minutes. So I'm going to kind of keep making along. We'll see as we get here to park this and rack this one up. Ooh, cool little French town here, though. Oh, this is Vimoutiers. This is the town that bought the Tiger tank. Cool. This is a cool little place to see. Highly recommended. Looks like a pretty cool bridge here. I have no idea what it's called or why it's there. We're close to Le Havre, though. So, not sure. Pretty nice, though. If we get an external view. Oh, that's cool. So we are entering Le Havre now, up on the coast. We should be triggering the little sign very momentarily, I think. This was a fun drive. I really liked. Here we go, Le Havre. That gives us 25 out of 31 cities. So not too many more to go before we've got. Oh goodness, dark. Ah. Trucks are crazy. I don't get it. I don't know how many times I do this. I still don't understand how the AI figures out rotaries, but we'll keep working at it. I'm not going to give up yet. But yeah, this is a fun episode. I really liked the Tiger tank. That was cool. I mean, I liked how you could drive up next to it and park next to it too. That was really fun. I think it's going to be a cool picture. That may be one of my favorite Euro Truck Simulator 2 photos yet. I'm kind of curious to see how they look when we get them for a thumbnail and stuff like that. But yeah, we're almost 4 minutes away. We've been picking up more money as we go along, so 157,000 euros. Next episode, we'll definitely get another truck and another driver. Our empire is growing so fast. It's really moving along. Some of these drivers picking up 27 and 40,000 euros, or 30-something thousand euros in a ride. We got to send Jana K from America over here to learn how to be a good employee, right? Because I think Jana's maxed out at like $3,000. It's just sad. Poor Jana. But we're going to have a talk with her next time. We're going to get her on the phone here and we'll speak with Jana a little bit here. All right, let's see what we got. 40. I was hoping for a 90. Right here. Right there. Okay, well that doesn't look too hard. Let's get this parked. Let's get our 10,000, 9,000 euros or something like that. Ding. I like how in Euro Truck Simulator you don't have to necessarily be straight with the. It doesn't matter where the truck is, the cab is, just where the trailer sits. So we're here. Let's deliver these. Rack it up. Making some more money. We're getting close to 29 now. I was curious. I thought like 30. For whatever reason, I had in my head like 30 was max level, but it can't be because we still have like that. Wow, that wasn't very much, was it? But 8,400 euros. That's good. Because if we look at our skills, we still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 more to go. So the highest must be 36 for level? I don't know. Curious. I always thought I had in my head that 30 was the highest level, but I'm not sure. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed our adventures to find the Tiger tank today. If you've enjoyed this, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new, please consider subscribing. Next episode, we'll go back to America and work on our American company, which isn't nearly as profitable as our European company, but yeah, we're getting there, slowly but surely. Take care, everybody. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you soon again.